Hi everybody, PlanetWalls here. We are here for the fourth round of the second qualifier tournament of the 2012-13 Classic League. I am matched up against Duranoth, who's going to be ready in a few minutes. I figured first of all we just want to look at his deck, which we have here. So he's playing a sort of junk-colored, Teneb-colored, aggressive deck of sorts. First let's look at the mana base. Note that he has 3 Cavern of Souls in his deck, which will make our counter suite less effective. He's got 4 humans here, more humans here, human. These are also humans, and this lady is a human, and this is an elf, I believe. So he can name Shaman, Soldier, Elf, Human, Core, Artificer. That's just an elf. What is this? A Druid, Knight, Human, whatever. Here's another human. So human's going to be the most likely thing that he names. It makes a lot of his creatures uncounterable. He's also got a cat wizard and an ooze. Out of these cards, I think the biggest threats include Stoneforge Mystic. I guess Dark Confidant so that he draws into other stuff. And Green Sun isn't that bad for us. I guess it can find a Deathrite, which could be like a clock, essentially. But our graveyard isn't a big resource for us. We have a ton of basics, which make his Wastelands not so good. Maze of Ith isn't that big of a deal for us, I don't think. Frost Titan still gets in there, which is funny. But Jukabug doesn't do much for us, or do much for him. So, I guess a large number of fetches, if we can... I guess what I'm saying is I don't expect him to get out a ton of mana very quickly. Scavenging Ooze is a problem just because it's big, but... Otherwise, I'm not super worried in this matchup. Maybe I'm wrong to think that, though. His removal isn't too effective against us. This kills Vendilion Click. It kills Snapcaster Mages. I think that's it. Knights can get pretty big pretty quickly, so I think they're the biggest threat. They and Stoneforge are the biggest things we have to worry about. One of the things that's good about Stoneforge is that we can counter it probably even with a Cavern, because he's probably not going to name a core unless it's in his hand. Ulvenwald Tracker. This doesn't do too much to us, I don't think. So, I mean, we'll have to see. I'll keep his deck list up most of the time. His sideboard, he doesn't have that much against us. The 4 cages don't do anything. Nature's Claim is probably bad to bring in. Yixtla Jailers. These Preachers might actually be the biggest deal because they might be able to take Frost Titan late game, which is, I guess, kind of a problem. Kataki might be better than an Ulvenwald Tracker, I guess, because it's just a little bigger, but I doubt he would bring that in. Or Yixtla Jailer, alternatively. So, nothing here super duper exciting. The one thing I have to worry about is him basically making all of his creatures uncounterable with Cavern, and then casting a bunch of them. Thalia is also kind of irritating, but I don't think the end of the world. So I'm not exactly sure what playing against this deck is going to be like. If we look at our own list, which we can do here, there it is. Here we go. We can look at our sideboard. I actually think Porcelain Legionnaires are going to be good in this matchup, even with Abrupt Decay, mainly because I think he's going to board out Abrupt Decay. As it is, Abrupt Decay kills Soul Ring, Divoting Top kind of, though not really. Pithing Needle, Cage. Cage doesn't even do anything against him. Pithing Needle does something against him. Can kill Trinket Mages and Vendilion Click, Engineered Explosives, I suppose. It's just not very exciting because the big threats are much more expensive, and so the utility is lost, so I think bringing in Porcelain Legionnaires might be good. Also bring in Ratchet Bomb seems good, and maybe bring in the other Pithing Needle. Not sure I need to bring in Tormod's Crypt. I guess it makes his Knight of the Reliquary worse. Mental Misstep seems like a must to bring in. And then Spell Snare. I think we'd probably bring that in anyway. Cards we board out. See, Spell Pierce might be bad against him. I'll have to look at that. I'm pretty sure it will be. Can counter like a Swords, but there's not much. Steel Sabotage is probably bad against him. There's a Jitte and Rajit and a Batterskull. Neither super exciting. It can also bounce our own Mana Crypt. Bounce spells seem to have some utility in him, against him. And then I guess Glenalundra isn't excellent, though it does get to block twice, for what that's worth. So, the idea would be to find a way to bring in probably these 8 cards, see if that's worth it. Yeah. So I look forward to playing this match. I'm curious what it's going to be like. I'm going to go ahead and pause now until the match starts, and I'll see you guys then. And we're back. I am joining the game right now, and we're going to join with our deck, not his, which makes sense. There we go. Okay, so we got a top in this hand. Snapcaster double Frost Titan is pretty bad, but we have a Brainstorm and a top. So we get to see a lot more cards. Don't have any immediate counter magic. However, I think he might prioritize keeping a hand with Cavern in it to make counter magic bad anyway. I'm kind of interested to keep this hand just because of top, and if I can find a fetch land, it's like seeing a number of more cards. So the top and Brainstorm make this hand, I think, much better. Plus, I don't need to interact immediately with a combo or anything of that sort. I'm definitely going to pause and think when he casts something here, though, to act like I've got a Mental Misstep or a Force Wall. Okay, so that Trinket Mage is actually not bad at all. I don't want to play the Caracas primarily because, well, actually, this is a good question, right? So he's got a Caracas in his deck, and then he could use it as almost like a strip mine. So I think what I do is I play the island, especially because he can't wasteland it. Go ahead and pass. Not a profoundly interesting first turn. We actually don't have any instants to take advantage of Snapcaster with. And the Mazavith is fine. That means he's not going to be casting Knight of the Reliquary right now. I bet a Dark Confidant comes down. Hopefully not Stoneforge, but he's only got one of those. Thalia. I actually think that that could be worse. I think worse things have happened. Even though it essentially kills everything in my hand. Plus we can just bounce it back with Caracas, which is kind of funny. I guess it doesn't kill the Frost Titans, but, you know, that's not all that exciting. So here's the question. I've got this fetch land now. I think what I want to do is play the Caracas, probably bounce his guy, though it's not all that urgent, honestly. Maybe it's better to play the Tarn first. Because the thing is, I could play Caracas, bounce his guy, play Brainstorm, and then use the Scalding Tarn. I could put the worst card from our hand back on top of our deck, which will probably be a Frost Titan. So I think that's probably actually the best play, and keeping around his Thalia for a turn creates a situation in which he has to do something, or he has to wait to play a non-creature spell, though he doesn't have that many. But I'm going to definitely try and go that route. So let's do it that way. Actually, Brainstorm seems much worse than just using top. Probably should have bounced the Thalia. Nope, he passed it to me. I was going to say I probably should have bounced it during upkeep, actually, because he could just play one and play a Caracas, I mean. I just wanted to avoid damage there. I think lasting into the long game as long as possible is good. Plus, I don't think he has any non-creature spells I'm really worried about, besides Green Sun Zenith. Which I guess might make the difference this turn between a 1-drop and a 2-drop. But it looks like he doesn't have another land. He's already seen 3 of his 22 lands. One of them's a Mazavith. Yeah, there's Thalia again. So I could play this Brainstorm. But I actually wonder if just topping is better. Though getting the Brainstorm in my graveyard gives my Snapcaster Mage an opportunity to get some extra value at some point. It also lets me put the Frost Titans on top, or at least one Frost Titan on top in exchange for something else. So let's go ahead and Brainstorm. I convinced myself. That Spell Pierce is kind of weak too. I wonder if actually the Frost Titan is better than It was better for my hand than the Spell Pierce. It probably is not, because it can counter a Green Sun Zenith. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess keep the Frost Titan in hand. And then we will shuffle away. Yeah, that's fine. Unfortunate, but probably bound to happen. So we're going to shuffle away the Frost Titan, assuredly. Looking at my options, I think a Trinket Mage next turn is probably going to be good for us. And if I don't need to Spell Pierce, I can activate top and then fetch, and then activate top again, which I'll probably be doing here. First strike makes Snapcaster pretty bad. Dark Confidant, huh? I don't really have any options to deal with that, so let's go ahead and let that resolve. I guess I could have topped there. To be honest, I don't think I would have spent a Force of Will on that. I think Trinket Mage into something else is my current plan. Do I want any of these cards? No, I think they're all too slow. And here, let's see, so if I find Trinket Mage, I'm going to need to find another color of mana, I think, to be able to Engineered Explosives for 2. So I think probably finding an Underground Sea here is optimal, even though it leaves open the possibility of Wasteland. Let's not forget to do this. Okay, so there's a Cavern, a Vendilion Click. I don't need land right away since I already have a couple. Vendilion Click is the most interesting of the options here, and the Cavern of Souls is the worst. And so the play, I think, though, is probably to drop Trinket Mage and find Engineered Explosives. And if he is able to kill our Underground Sea, I guess that's kind of sad. And we also get to shuffle away 2 lands. The other option, let's see, is that I could find a Soul Ring or a Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt actually costs 1 right now. So that means I wouldn't be able to cast Frost Titan next turn, though Soul Ring sets it up for the turn following that. I still think Engineered Explosives is the right play. I guess he could Wasteland the Underground Sea again. That might just be something that I have to deal with. Might just be a possibility, like a thing that could happen. Mana Crypt's pretty dangerous in this matchup, actually. Just thinking if I can survive long enough to play a Soul Ring for 2 and then utilize it to full effect, and I'm not sure that I can. So I'm going to take the chance that he doesn't have one of his other 4 strip effects in his hand. Yeah, let's go with this. The Trinket Mage also prevents a couple damage with the Dark Confidant, because I don't think he's going to throw it away. Note that with Thalia out, this actually costs 1 extra. I wonder how... Okay, so how does Sunburst work here? I guess it doesn't matter, just the number, the color. So I can actually cast this just for 2, because then it's still 2. Oh, that's awesome. So this actually doesn't cost 3 mana. That's interesting. So hopefully he doesn't have a Wasteland. I get to blow him out with that. Because this doesn't cost 3 mana, even if I want to make it 2 different colors. Which is kind of interesting. Okay, so he's attacking. I take that to mean that he doesn't have a way to deal with the Underground Sea. I still think it's probably good to throw away my Trinket Mage for his Dark Confidant. It prevents 2 damage and keeps my options open. And I don't really need this Trinket Mage. He actually could just save his guy with Maze of Ith if he wanted to. And then play Wasteland and blow up my Underground Sea. So I think blocking is the right move. Okay, so he decides he wants to keep his guy. Maybe that means he's gonna... Maybe that means he's going to, Wasteland. Nope. Okay. So Spell Snare, that's now pretty horrible. So we, I think, cast this for 2. And it's Sunburst 2 then, right? Because I did a blue and a black. Let's just make sure I did this right. Black, blue. I'm kind of nervous about the way this works. It definitely, I'm super nervous with this. Black, blue, cast this thing. Pay 1? I don't want to do that. Okay, so black, blue. Okay. It's for 1, but the Sunburst is 2. Okay, good. That's what we wanted. So we're almost assuredly going to blow this up because the alternative is to cast a Snapcaster Mage this turn, which then will get blown up. So it looks like our opponent was in fact blown out by it, as I had hoped, and so he should have traded his Dark Confidant for a Trinket Mage, but he did not, so now we're in good shape. And I think I want to start getting the damage in to put him in a multiple of 6 for the eventual Frost Titan beatdown. It means he could attack me for 1 this turn. God, I hope that isn't relevant. So now this opens up my Force of Wills and Mental Missteps, none of which I have, but which he may think I have, which is good. Also during my upkeep I'm going to top, assuredly. Yep. So I'm not going to let myself be open to damage next turn. Then he plays a Dark Confidant that can't be countered. I think that's fine. I might actually want to attack into that. No, I probably just want to leave my guy back to block. So let's go ahead and top here. Steel Sabotage, which is pretty bad. A Pithing Needle, which can render his Maze of Ith bad, and then a Jace, which I can't cast this turn. But I kind of want to leave Jace on top of my library. So we're putting this down. We're keeping them how they were. Jace is the next card. So I have the opportunity to play Pithing Needle and name Maze of Ith. I guess that's an interesting option. Doesn't seem that interesting. I can also play a Vendilion Click, and do I want to do that? Is that worth doing? I think I'm going to end up doing that probably. The alternative is to play Snapcaster Mage and flash something back and kill a Dark Confidant. I think that that could be good too. So maybe getting some damage in right now is the best. And just playing Snapcaster for blocker. Because I think that's... I mean, he could Abrupt Decay too. Which I don't want to happen. But he could do that for the Vendilion Click even. So let's go ahead and cast Pithing Needle, I think, and name Maze of Ith. Then again, I might want to name something else later. The Maze of Ith isn't too astounding here. So let's just go ahead and block with Snapcaster and let him Maze of Ith it. Okay, so he just took 3, which is good. So now this makes Vendilion Click a win con option. He's got like swords in his deck too. Yeah. So if he wants to maze this guy, that's fine. Okay, so he didn't give me a chance to block. It's A-okay. Or I guess he did, the way the card works. Yep, that's not going to be counterable. This is going to be pretty big. So let's brainstorm now. Oh yeah, okay, so we hit an island. We're definitely, I think, going to bounce his knight with Jace. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm covering all my bases here. I think this has to be the right play. And then if I attack, I risk losing one of my guys. I risk losing my Jace, which I don't want to do. So I think, well, actually, I don't necessarily, because I have a Spell Pierce. Though he could pay the 2. I was going to say he could Swords a guy. So I think probably the best option right now is to Pithing Needle Mazavith. Maybe I should have saved this for Deathrite Shaman. But this does clear the way for my Frost Titan soon. We're keeping both our guys back. Unless I want to try and deal a ton of damage. He can't cast a Knight of the Reliquary and Swords in the same turn unless he draws a land, which, I mean, it's pretty likely. So I'm going to assume he could have an Abrupt Decay or a Sword, so I'm keeping both my guys back. Because I want to get a little bit more value out of Jace. At that point, I'm probably going to want a Spell Pierce online to protect Frost Titan, ironically. So I might want to wait until I'm at 7, because Frost Titan, then he would have to pay 4 to get through that. Of course, he might have that at that point. If I can get rid of the Noble Hierarch, he doesn't have any white to cast a... What's this going to be? Oh, we're letting it resolve. Okay. Well, that's a pain in the butt. And he has a forest in hand. Yeah, now he's got another white source. Okay, so we're going to want to brainstorm, I think. See, the Mother of Runes allows the Dark Confidant to get through. We can bounce the Pithing Needle with Steel Sabotage and name Mother of Runes, which seems pretty bad, but might also be a necessity. That's actually an interesting option. Like, I kind of want to brainstorm here. Alternatively, have the option of Fate Sealing. Fate Sealing would allow Jace to stay alive. It doesn't net me a land this turn, though, which I pretty much want. So let's go ahead. Let's find a land. Let's find a Force Will, too. How about that? We found a mana drain. That's like kind of like a land. So I'm actually, I think, going to try the play that I described. Spell Snare has become awful because of his Cavern. So what don't we want from this hand? I kind of want to do the Steel Sabotage play. I almost think it's necessary. I don't really need a Brainstorm here because of top. So I'm going to play this. I'm actually going to Steel Sabotage my Pithing Needle. I just want to make sure. I've still got 2. He attacks with both. Name Mother of Runes. I guess you'd still Abrupt Decay it. No, I do not want to name Abrupt Decay. I want to name Mother of Runes. Jake. We need to watch our clock, too. Not Moon Heron. There we go. Cool. So now his Mother of Runes is a crappy 1/1. And now I pass the turn, and I get ready to Vendilion Click to defend my Jace if he swings everyone at it. Bless you.
Excuse me.
He's netting a lot of card advantage from that Dark Confidant. Okay, so this forest happened. Now Green Sun can be a Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah, and now our Spell Pierce. If we drop Frost Titan and he has swords, we're still in trouble, actually. I might even want to tap down a white source if I don't tap down a Mazavith. Okay, so this is a Green Sun Zenith for 1. That's probably like a Deathrite Shaman, or another Noble Hierarch, maybe? I'm not sure what that would be. It would be a Deathrite Shaman, Noble Hierarch, or Ulenfold Tracker, maybe? I think we should let this happen. And this is interesting. Why is he doing this? Is he gonna... No, we're gonna mana drain that. And now if he wants to kill Jace, I think that's okay. Unless we would rather not mana drain it and then just bounce it on our turn. I mean, he's gonna be able to fight something if he wants to with it, which is a problem. Yeah, you know what? He kills Jace either way. If he wants to kill Jace by throwing his guys in, that is fine. Oh my god. So, hopefully we still get that mana.
Sorry.
My wife says she's sorry. He does not attack for some reason. Okay, so we're gonna top. Do we want another Trinket Mage? I don't think we really do at this point. Another Spell Snare isn't very interesting. I don't think we want any of these cards. We just want an island. And now we want to top. Huh. Okay, so do we want any of these? I think Glen Elendra might be the best. I don't know if I want that in my hand, though. Maybe putting the Brainstorm in my hand is optimal. Or probably actually the land. Let's do it like this. So here I think I bounce the Knight of the Reliquary. Then I play this guy. Actually, what I'm going to do is play this first. Let's be smart about this and tap the correct lands. And with this, I think he can untap with Quirion Ranger, which is a problem, of course. But I think with this, we try to keep something tapped, obviously. Maybe a white source? I mean, we could have even played a Vendilion Click first. Maybe that would have been a better idea. Probably keep the land tapped just because I think that was a mistake right there. Too many things are happening. It's all too complicated for me. I think we definitely have to cast the Vendilion Click now. And we see if we can take swords from him. And he has a swords. He also has a Stoneforge, which I think all these cards just kill me. Because he definitely gets through and kills our Jace this turn if he wants to. Yeah, and he can even pay for the swords. Stoneforge is really bad because Batterskull and Jitte are in his hand, so let's make swords go away. And I think I might want to attack this turn. Maybe with Snapcaster? He might just trade Mother of Runes for it, though. But I guess that's something he doesn't fight later. Oh, okay, so I guess he doesn't want any more cards and doesn't want to lose. Maybe I gave him an opportunity there. Actually, that may have been exactly what I did. Because I needed to survive only a few more turns this way. I needed to play the Vendilion Click main phase, by the way, because of swords. Really would rather not get timed out. Lost 12 minutes on the clock already. I'd say this game's coming to a close, though. Yeah, Knight, not going to be doing anything about that. Guess he could strip mine me or something, or Wasteland. Can also fight the Vendilion Click with whomever he wants, probably the Mother. I guess he's probably trying to decide whether he wants to do that now. Force, and Snapcaster. Let's go ahead and put the Snapcaster Mage on top. I can actually name the Ulenvold tracker now with Divining Top, which is funny. Yeah, I think we definitely want Snap on top. I could tell Jace to go away right now, which is an interesting option. I also could name Quirion Ranger or Ulenvold Tracker. I wonder if that's the right thing to do. No, I can't have Mother of Runes. So let's go ahead and tap this down. I think I probably should have gotten in there with a click too. You mean you can untap this and block? Abrupt Decay. Wow, that's bad. I gotta save this boy. Not sure what's happening here, but I definitely think I should have attacked with click. It's okay, my wife is still apologizing. Can't believe how much the fighting in this game has been over a pithing needle, which is probably not to my credit. Yep. Okay, so this is going to be unfortunate. I think he gets blocked and fought out by the tracker. Maybe I should have bounced something before combat. And there are any number of things that I could be doing right here that would probably be better. Yeah, okay. So both those guys. My Frost Titan is going to die in combat in Classic. Yeah, I've got no way to save him. Okay, what might be a good idea is getting done with this game soon in order to go on to the next game. So I'm going to be playing Rapid Fire now.
I concur.
My wife concurs.
I like when you're done with your game soon.
Yeah, she likes it when I get done too. Probably, let's find some Force Wills. Which of these do I want? Let's put the Spell Pierce on top, and then I can draw it if I need it. Yeah. So I definitely should have attacked with Vendilion Click that turn. So killing the Dark Confidant was a mistake. Probably all this Pithing Needle play was a mistake. The fact that that's happening is just bad for me. I don't think I can let that resolve. And he can pay the mana for it, so. Like, I think the reason we're losing this game actually maybe because of Cavern of Souls. He had that in play mistakes, as aforementioned. Yep, so that guy's going to be huge. It's going to be untapped and no longer possible to kill. I think I'm just going to F6 through this. So the tracker is a much bigger monster than I expected. It means I should have countered his Green Sun Zenith, I think. Let's see, another thing that may have lost me the game is so much card advantage off of Dark Confidants. That would probably do it. Yeah, we're definitely going to block that. So I get to keep a Jace, which I think is essential at this point. We have a top on top, which we want. Let's look at the top three. Actually, two of them are force. One of them is a force well. We don't want that. So we're gonna we want to look first. Glenalundra, what does that do? It just dies to fighting, I think. I guess it can bounce the Ulenwald tracker. And then block? Yeah, maybe that's right here. So I think we draw 3, put back 2. We play this. Actually, now we can't bounce anything. Yeah, that had to have been wrong. Mana drain on top. This is pretty bad. I'm going to go ahead and start F6ing here. What could anything win me this game with Quirion Ranger and Knight? I don't want to say no, but the answer is probably no, because now Jace dies. So we'll draw one more card and then concede. He's not even attacking. Oh, okay, well he can attack for a lot. Okay, so that game I think I threw away. Let's go to game 2.
Oh, it's only game 2?
We're going to game 2 now, yes.
That's it?
Yep, that's it. We're going to bring in a bunch of artifacts. I expect him not to bring in artifact removal. Pithing Needle was essential, it turned out. Let's go ahead and bring in, I think, Spell Snare in Mental Misstep, even with Cavern out. If anything, I think the Force of Will is really bad against him. So I'm going to actually board those out. What else do I want to do? Grafdigger's Cage sucks. I guess, you know what, it makes Green Sun Zenith really bad. But I'm not sure that that's worth caring about. Stifle seems relevant. I mean, I don't know, Grafdigger's Cage doesn't seem very interesting. Actually, one thing that I'm a little nervous about is Mana Crypt, just because of how quickly he can aggro me out. Steel Sabotage is pretty bad. Out of these, I actually think that Spell Pierce is pretty poor. Spell Snare is much better. Mental Misstep is much better. I kind of want to board out Mana Crypt just because of how much damage it deals, but I think that's probably wrong. And then out of the remaining cards, Trinket Mage still is fine because of Engineered Explosives. It's also a body. Glenalundra is kind of weak against him, but I think it's necessary to win the game, maybe? Might want to board out one of them, because it's a little slow. It dies to Thalia, whatever. We've got more kill cons here. So let's go ahead and board out Glenalundra. Decrease our curve a little bit. So we're going Porcelain Legionnaire plan. Haven't done that yet. I'm looking forward to it. Even the mana drains are kind of weak against him. They at least ramp us. I mean, maybe a mana drain is worse than a Glenalundra. Well, no time. So we're going to play first. We got double mana drain hand. So we're going to keep this. We've got a Spell Snare. Ooh, he's mulliganing a lot. So this game kind of should be winnable, I think. We want to thin our deck later. So we can actually interact quite a bit. He doesn't have a turn 1 play. And we have another land. We don't want to blow a fetch land. And we have islands because I want to still draw lands. Well, that prevents something from being counterable. An Ulenwald tracker, huh? Well, we won't be doing anything about that. It's uncounterable. So Cavern of Souls is the big beefy thing in his side of the board. Now Porcelain Legionnaire can die to an Ulenwald tracker, which is extremely unfortunate. Do I want to cast him anyway? He can play a guy and then immediately have it fight. I don't think he can play a guy I care about and immediately have it fight. I think that's okay, and I'm gonna pay the life actually. No, that can't be right. I think I just passed the turn. If he attacks, I'm just going to drop a Snapcaster and kill his tracker. He won't do it, though. He's doing it. Okay, so that's fine. My wife is laughing even though she has no idea what's going on.
I have sense.
Okay, so he's going to Abrupt Decay. I'm actually okay with that. So he blew an Abrupt Decay and he deals 1 to me. That's fine. I'm not going to blow this land until I have to. Oh man, not drawing a land here sucks. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. Let's act like we're going to do that again. Now he still can't, he can't actually cast a Swords, which is really funny. My wife is having a major sneezing fit.
Oh my god.
She hasn't even been sick. He's doing it again. That's risky. Yeah, we're going to mana drain whatever this is. Yep. And now we're going to play a Frost Titan. No, this old problem. I think I just want... No, I want a Tundra so I can cast the Porcelain Legionnaire for free. Find me another land. Stifle. Dang it. So I hope he doesn't have a white source and a Swords in his hand, because that would be kind of a bummer. He could get a white source with this. But now he can't. Well, that's another white source, kind of, but it doesn't find us Swords. Once we have Stifle online, I actually feel pretty safe this game. Demonic Tutor, okay, so that's fine. Though that kind of stresses me out. I just can't do anything about it. He's probably going to find a Swords, right? And then we battle over a white source? Mom. Okay, well, hopefully we draw a land and I can bounce that, or I can stifle the ability to key time. And a Pride Mage. Wow, that's a lot of guys. I can't do anything about any of them. Okay, so Brainstorm. I mean, ideally that finds us a land. If it doesn't, I think that's okay anyway. Trying to figure out what's going on his side of the board and what I need to keep tapped. If he finds a land, am I just... Yeah, you can find like Maze of It. That's really bad. Though I could stifle it for 1 turn. Brainstorming has to be right here, though. Ooh, Pithing Needle does exactly what we needed to do in this situation. So, I think Trinket Mage and Venser are going on top. Because I'm going to want Venser next turn. And I play this land. And we drop the... I mean, do we have to name Pride Mage? I don't think we do. I think right now we just attack, and I think we tap down the Knight. Maybe we don't. Yeah, I think we have to keep the Knight tapped down. See if he throws the Pride Mage in front or something. No, he didn't. Actually, we can stifle the Pride Mage activation. So that's something that's good. Mother of Runes gets named again, and then we pass the turn. We have Spell Snare and Stifle. Kasali Pride Mage is going to post-combat try and die to kill the Pithing Needle. We're going to counter that. Yep, that's fine. We'll take 3. Another Knight of the Reliquary. So that's a human. It has to get down. He didn't sack it, which is interesting. Okay, so we draw a Venser. We can bounce a knight. I take it he's going to try and kill this thing now. Nope, that's going to be stifled. And I think then I drop a Porcelain Legionnaire and I probably take 2. So I can keep Spell Snare open. No, he's got no cards in hand. I think the 2 life is worth it. My guess is that Uhlenwald Tracker gets involved here. Oh, a Nature's Claim. Well, that's unpleasant. Man, the caverns, they're ruining me. He boarded in Nature's Claim. That's really interesting. That is also highly unexpected to me. So now he can give something protection. That's unpleasant. What else can I find? I can find an Engineered Explosives, which is probably right. And I do that for 1, I think. Yeah, first we attack. We're down to 5 minutes on the clock, which is really bad. Okay, so it gives itself pro blue, that's fine. Something needs to go in front of one of these guys. Maybe I should have Vensered before this. I don't think that's right though. Okay, so we have something that's going away here. Oh, I see. Somebody's gonna get fought. Oh, or Mazavith. That's no fun. Okay, fine. So he has to pay 2 more. He's just gonna clock me out. So the question is going to be whether I want to Venser something. And I think the answer is no, because I want to play a Trinket Mage. I think my Frost Titan's possibly going to die. No, probably not. Well, it very well could. Yeah, so we find explosives, and I could just pay it for 1 now, but I want to keep up Spell Snare, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. So I do think that, well, okay, that's fine. Suppose I should have predicted that happening. So the tracker, I grossly underestimated. Not even sure what to do now. If he doesn't kill the Frost Titan and he somehow tries to get all aggro, I can bounce his Mazavith before combat or something. That seems really bad though. If I draw a fetch land, I can engineer explosives for 3. Or a underground sea. Yeah, I'm not going to block. Because yeah, that's fine. Come on, green sun for 1 or something. Okay, so now the engineered explosives plan is off. Oh, and he's doing something for 3? Maybe? Okay, I see what's going on here. He's gonna fight and kill a Frost Titan with like a pro-blue thing. Maybe he's gonna go to 1. But I'll probably die the following turn. Now I wish I would have played the explosives. Soul Ring is cool. Is it playable here? I don't know if it's playable. Because then I can't mana drain. Like maybe right now I just need to... No, I have to... Let's blow this up for 1. And I think I actually attack. And I hope he doesn't draw a fetch land, I guess. And then I try to somehow win with a Venser, draw land and Venser or something. Wait, how did this die? What happened there? Oh, I blew it up with engineered explosives. That was intelligent of me. Actually, that did save me a mana, didn't it? Keeps my spell snare open, so I can feel like kind of good about that. And we go, in theory, to 1 here. He did that before damage. Okay, so he made a mistake there. And now if we draw a land, I think we just win. Letting him know that now I feel bad because if I would have kept that Soul Ring, I would have just won right now. Now I have to draw a land in order to win, which I don't deserve, well, I did. Okay, so here's probably an undeserved play mistake ridden victory. And now we have 3.5 minutes to play the last game. So I have to do that quickly. Yeah, let's go ahead and bounce this. Okay. I don't know what he's going to do here. Hope he doesn't have a land that somehow deals with Porcelain Legionnaire, like a second Maze of Ith. What could he have? Something that untaps something? I don't even know. Okay, I guess he's looking for Dryad Arbor. That's pretty funny. Maybe he'll be on tilt, and then we'll win because he's on tilt. I don't think I can win with Glenalundra. I just think it's too crappy in this matchup. So I completely underestimated this matchup because it's much harder to win than I expected. And he kept in Nature's Claims, which makes Porcelain Legionnaire worse, so I guess he predicted that I would board him in. But that said, I still think this deck list is right. Could bring in like Glenalundra instead of something else, but I need to... I don't think that does very much. Huh. So I guess I think I guess I think I would have won anyway, because if he would attack with both of his guys, it would have put me at 1, and then I would have been able to win anyway. So I don't think he threw that game. I just think he lost. I almost threw the game, but then didn't out of luck. And this hand gets me a fast Jace, which I think makes it worth keeping. Even though I only have 1 land. So there's that. But I've got 2 draws to find another one. I just don't want to see Ulenvald Tracker screw that guy. He's got a Wasteland? Okay, that doesn't do very much. And we found our other land, so I'm actually just going to cast everything this turn. A bunch of lands on top. Okay, so I think we want them. I think we want Caracas first, though. So if he kills our Soul Ring, which is totally possible, I guess that would be fine. I mean, he might Nature's Claim it right here. Probably name top with that. I hope he doesn't name Jace. To 1 of Pithing Needle? Okay. Okay, that doesn't do anything. So I think he just gave us a window to win this, but the clock is our real enemy right now. I actually might want to play Vendilion Click first. Caracas definitely just... Yeah, I think no, I guess I can't really afford to do that. But what I can do is Fate Seal him. Do I want to put that in the bottom? I think I actually do. I don't think he has any other land, which is why he led with Wasteland. So I'm taking a huge risk there. Because he would have just drawn a land. If he plays a land here, either he just drew that land, well, he's got a Wasteland, so that's kind of funny. That means he can't do too much. And that's funny. Oh god. I need to hurry. Okay, so we can actually just bounce that with a Caracas if we want. Or with Jace, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and find an island here because I don't want any of my lands to die. And I want to bounce this even though that's uninspiring. And I'm going to make him go because I want to keep drawing land. He can have his draw step, and then I'm going to Ven click him. Okay, so I think I might... Ooh. We definitely just put that on the bottom. Because it kills Ven click. We need to win quickly. I guess Jace wins quickly. Then I just F6. If I pump him up to 12. That's fine. Don't care about that. He drew another land. Some of his hand is a Kataki and something. Yeah, I guess I have to pay. That sucks that I have to go through that. Okay, Spell Snare. I think I attack. I think I find another Engineered Explosives. But I don't play the Caracas then. So let's look and Fate Seal. Put that card in the bottom. Yes, because he still doesn't have that color mana. Though I guess he could have... Oh yeah, he does. Well, that's silly of me. Okay. So is that right? I don't know. I don't have any time to think. He's at 15. This is how we got to play this. He lost his useless Pithing Needle. He drew another Wasteland. Wow, that Caracas is going to get slammed. I think, do I block here? No, I think I'm going to win by damage, not by Jace. Screw that guy. Ratchet Bomb, huh? Okay, so I can kill Ratchet Bomb. What's going on here? Oh, God. Blue, white. Okay, that's fine. Blow this for whatever. And then attack. That's fine. We need to kill him now. He's going to kill Vendilion Click. Oh man, the timer. I think I'm going to win this game. And I'm going to lose because I can't get my damage out fast enough. At least the Thalia is gone now. He's got to kill the Ven Click, right? You know what I should have done? I should have bounced that Ulenvold tracker instead of removing a worthless card from the top of his deck. But that's what happens when you're down to 1 minute and 14 seconds. I'm not even going to have time to top, which is terrible. Oh man, I don't know who's watching this game still, but it's really coming down to the wire. Becky, that's my wife, by the way, whom I'm addressing in the vocative. This game is super exciting, and we're both almost going to time out.
I can tell.
And I am probably more likely to time out than he is.
I have no idea how that would occur. But
okay, so on my turn, what's my plan? My plan is to, I think, drop a Ratchet Bomb and a Trinket Mage, and then either Brainstorm or bounce his guy, if it's still there. And then attack. And then, let's say he kills my guy, then I Fate Seal him, play another Trinket Mage, and I hopefully carry the Trinket Mages to victory over 2 turns. I don't know what's going on. He's pretty low on his clock. Man, this is going to be a long video, isn't it? I'm not responding to that just because if he passes priority to me when I'm typing, then I'll be in bad shape. Okay, so Cavern, that's fine, that's not going to do anything here. I think I immediately bounce the tracker. Now I attack with both these guys. See what happens. Probably should have popped or used the Soul Ring to play Ratchet Bomb. Actually, I assuredly should have. Oh god, the time. That took so many seconds just to do that. And he doesn't know whether he just wants to prevent damage. Okay, so that's what he decided to do. I play this. I don't care. It'll be an Archer. I shouldn't have even cast that. Oh god. I don't care. Just put something in my hand. Yes, Pithing Needle. Okay, that's going to name Ulenvold Tracker. Pass. Did I even... Yeah, I did use Jace. Okay. As soon as I can, I'm going to activate this thing. For 2, I can't do anything about that. Go ahead. Okay. We're going to bounce that guy. He's going to kill something, and I don't care. That's fine. We do that. I played this. I passed the turn. I probably could have named something with a pithing needle there, but there's no time. And I think we might pull this game off when it's really down to the wire. Oh man, that thing naming Archer. That's fine. He has nothing. Okay, so he's trying to waste our clock. And we took the match somehow. Okay, so I am going to quickly screenshot this as required. Let's do that and save it. And we'll save it as capture. And that's the end of this video. Thanks everybody for watching. Woo, I'm shaking.